This is Donald Yohn. I'm going to try this again. I'm going to have to make 3 different movies because I keep getting a lag on my voice. So we're going to make these about 10 minutes each and see if we can get them in 2 or 3 tries. Alright, this is Donald Yohn. Today we're going to talk about Smart Grid. This is for Dr. DiCanzio's class at Webster University, Contract Management and Procurement. Are we smart enough for a smart grid? Basically, I'll be touching on 2 obstacles that I've identified, along with other authors that I've researched as well. Obviously, cost is a big factor. We need to get over the cost threshold in order to implement the smart grid infrastructure, as well as interoperability. The framework for the smart grid has to work with other frameworks around the country and around the world. So it's all got to be able to work together. The main thing that's going to get all this accomplished is software. We're going to need software that customers can rely on, vendors, cities, utility companies, all need to be able to rely on software to interact with each other more efficiently and effectively. Standardized, scalable business process management software should take care of this. We're definitely going to have to educate all the users on how to use it, and so we can implement all the different aspects of the smart grid. Smart grid will probably be the largest system in the world once it's completed and networked. And then finally, we'll be able to really harness the world's renewable resources in a much more efficient, effective, and manageable way that will lower cost, increase worldwide cooperation, and reduce waste, and of course educate consumers. First, I'm going to describe what the smart grid is. The smart grid is basically an idea to overhaul the existing electrical grid. All the power lines you see when you drive down the street, that's the electric grid. They want to put it online so you can manage individual homes and appliances in the home remotely through software online. Of course, this should allow us to save more money on our electric bills. By using the ability to remotely manipulate the distribution of electricity, power companies will be able to route power where it's needed, mostly during the day, during the night, during certain parts of the day, and manage it much better. The old electric grid is just one way, from the power plant to the distributor, down to your neighborhood, and then to your house. With the new grid, you'll actually be able to send power back their way that you don't use. Or if you have solar panels, you'll be able to harness energy and sell it back to them. That should be a cost benefit for users and the utility company. You can even go so far as to sell it to them during certain hours of the day when they need it most. And of course, the best way to handle this is going to be a graphical user interface, or GUI, software based. Once this is established, customers will be able to log into that software and adjust power consumption of certain appliances. For example, you'll be able to turn off the hot water heater during the day when everybody's at work and at school. You don't need it on, so you can cut it off and save power. Or when you're sleeping. So that's how we're going to handle that. Let's see. You'll be able to set up profiles. Maybe you have a weekend profile, a weekly profile, a nighttime profile, a daytime profile, that the software will automatically control these appliances from sensors that are installed on the appliances. These sensors will then communicate with a smart meter. your old electrical meter with the turning wheel, it'll be a digital smart meter that will be able to communicate with all those appliances, whether they're smart grid ready or you have to retrofit them. Of course, that's going to cost some money. But the point is, we'll be able to manage our electricity much better. And instead of sending a bunch of electricity to your house when you're not there using it, the utility company can send it to the business district downtown where they do need it during the day. And then you could get it back at night when it doesn't need to be downtown. Additionally, because it will be online, you know, the utility companies should be able to provide wireless internet in your home. So that'd be an added value for both users and the utility company. And that'll also allow the two-way communication between utility companies and users. Meter and the sensors in a user's home, in a residential home, they're going to have a moderate cost to it, something that should be pretty attainable, especially if it's built into our electric bill. But the utility company is going to have to make major upgrades to their infrastructure, and it's going to cost millions of dollars, even on a local, tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars, even on local scales. Normally, utility companies go out and read your meter once a month, and then they subtract it from the previous month and they bill you. Well, with smart meters in place, connected online, they'll get readings constantly every 15 minutes. And then they'll have to record that, which is going to take hardware to store it and database management, so that they can establish patterns of your usage and help us out to manage it better. Technically, they should be the experts. We'll see as far as that goes. So they'll need a lot of hardware and infrastructure set up for them to make that happen. So storing, traditionally, utility companies have sent out electric bills. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but they got huge printers in the basement of their building with huge rolls of paper that just roll out bills constantly. I mean, if you got to send out a couple, 100,000 bills in a major city once a month, and then you got a lot of other late bills and stuff and notices, you got to be able to do some serious printing. So if we could get this smart grid technology online, we could prevent a lot of that paper waste and billing in lieu of e-billing. Should save some money that way. We're going to stop right here and go on to part 2 of the video.